One of the biggest killers of farmland birds is winter starvation. So let's look at some pointers when thinking of sowing winter bird food mixtures. This is a great picture, and it's maximised seed production by establishing a quality species-rich mix. Treat the mix like any other crop, where good management is vital. Seed shedding is generally an issue, so it can often run out in January. So backing up with supplementary feeding until the end of April is a great idea. Birds are highly mobile, so distances between sites is less important than it would be if you were dealing with pollinators. Let's visit a few sites preparing for a new winter bird food mix. This is a 2-year-old site being sprayed off for resowing. Resowing in the same place can be okay for a few years until weeds build up. Then it's best to move or swap sites with another option that can use mowing for weed control, such as the flower mixtures. The best sites for most birds are sheltered south or west facing sites against a hedge or a wood so birds can escape from predators. Areas difficult to farm are generally chosen, such as field corners or straightening up awkward field edges. Avoid areas next to water, as these can often lead to pollution problems. This farm has bird food and pollen and nectar next to each other, so these two options can easily be swapped over without going into new ground. Preparing the ground. This is a good site on a sheltered side of a hedge. It's got an old perennial mix that received the following treatments. It was sprayed off, cut and then ploughed, and is now being power harrowed. We need a firm, fine, weed-free seedbed, so the seed gets off to the best start it can. Mainly on kale in its second year. It's best if you try and sow some of each, as this gives the birds greater variety. Choose a mix with a range of seed sizes, as this can cater for a wider range of birds. Fodder radish and triticale are good, as they don't readily shed. Kale and other brassicas can be used in annual and biennial mixtures, as they contain invertebrates which feed the insectivorous birds. This is very much a bonus. Weeds can be a problem, so have a chat with your agronomist and select a range of species that could tolerate a specific herbicide program. Before I forget, I should remind you of the 2-metre rule, so don't sow within 2 metres of the centre of a hedge. As you can see, this 2-metre strip is a good habitat in its own right. The weather can be unpredictable, so choosing when to sow can be difficult. Aim for a warm, moist soil from April onwards. During dry weather, hang on until the rain is forecast. Even this means sowing in June or early July. The speed of emergence is important, especially for those plants threatened by flea beetle, where speed is essential to get away from the pest. Calibrating the drill is important, as most mixtures have a range of seed sizes. Sow roughly 2 centimetres deep into a firm, fine, weed-free seedbed. Seed depth can be a bit of a compromise due to the differentiation in seed sizes. Rolling after sowing firms up the seedbed, which improves seed-to-soil contact and retains moisture. It's now the end of a productive day where 4 separate bird food mixtures have been sown. So let's summarise. Select a sheltered site close to a hedge or refuge area. Create a firm, fine, weed-free seedbed. Don't be in a hurry to sow in dry weather. Where necessary, use a herbicide-tolerant mix. Apply fertiliser, as this increases the yield, and that's the bit we're really after. Supplementary feeding is a very worthwhile addition. Good luck, and I hope this has helped you all.